So today we're going to go over my Roon deck. Most of you guys probably already know what he does, but pretty much hits Vigilance, Trample, pay 2, tap, exile target creature, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of its next end step. It can be really stupidly crazy, but mine is not stupidly crazy, but it is pretty fun and it's good to play. So let's go through it and see what we got here. So we're going to start off with basic lands. As you can see, you're going to actually see that all my basic land, all these islands, are this island right here. Yes, it is foiled. Every single basic land in here is foiled. And we got 5 of these. And 5, I believe 6 forests. And 5 plains. And you guys might think that's a lot of basics, but you'll see why later, why I have so many basics. And then for the non-basics, of course, as always, command tower. It's called EDH commander for a reason. We got reflecting pool. Pretty much it's a command tower. Mana confluence. Pretty much a command tower that makes you pay a life. Same thing with City of Brass. It's a mana confluence or a command tower that just makes you pay a life. And then we got the Hollow Fountain, Temple Garden, and Breeding Pool. Of course, you gotta have the Shining Necklace, just because it lets you go crazy with all the creatures and permanents you have out. So it's always good to keep that in there. And of course, Temple of the False God, just because it, well, lets you tap for 2 colorless and it's only 1 land. Regular equipment. I can't even talk on this video, sorry guys. So we got a tower here. Pretty much it has no max hand size. Yes, it has a combo. And yeah, my altered art here. We got all 3 of those, and all 3 temples. And yeah, as you know from the previous video from the flashback, yes, we did put that in here. Yes, it is beautiful. And Temple of Plenty. So the next stuff we're gonna go through is our Planeswalkers. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you all of them at once since I have issues. Alright, so we got Nessa, however pronounce her name, NASA. You guys already know what she does. She's gonna let me untap 4 forests a turn. That fits her because it, well, it's exiled. If you want to exile stuff and bring it back into the end stuff. Cora, however you pronounce her name, pretty much it lets me prevent damage from target creature and opponent controls are permanent. Or most of the time it's just gonna let me draw a card and play an additional land. I have never actually ultimated her, no need. And Johnny, of course we gotta have a Johnny in here. Lets me give a bunch of little plus on ones. Or I can go get my Planeswalkers or creature and put them into my hand, which is always nice. And then our gods. Kara, pretty much this is why I have so many basics, well, part of it. Pretty much every time one of these creatures comes into play, or whenever I cast one I should say, I can go and get a basic forest or basic plains, put in the battlefield tap. So I need those extra plains and extra forests for that. Crucifix, because it lets me have a lot of mana. I can just keep tapping all my stuff, like all my extra mana out and get the extra mana and just leave it there as colorless. And this one's really good because it's one of my draw engines. Pretty much it's going to let me draw cards for every time a creature comes into play during that turn. So I can, if I flicker it out, which I can usually flicker it out on everybody's turn, so I get to draw, say if I'm playing a 4-person, I get to draw an extra 3 cards plus my normal cards for turn. So it's actually really nice. And then to our creature base, we have a Void Stalker, just because we want to shuffle their generals into the library if we can. Future Sight lets you play with the top card revealed. You may play the top card as though it's in your hand. It's going to be amazing. It just is. And you'll see a lot why in a little bit. And this one's really nice because it pretty much lets me play an additional land on return, and I get to play with the top card of my library. Yeah, I know he should be not a creature, but he is a creature, so he is there. So he's a creature artifact that lets me go when he comes into play. I can go search for a basic land and then put it into play tapped. It's really nice when you flicker him out constantly. You get all those basic lands, and the reason why we have so many. When he dies, we get a draw card. And acidic slime, of course, should always be in a flicker deck, just because that's just going to be mean to all the people. You start flickering it and destroy all the stuff. Fun times. And yes, I've flickered him out probably 100 times in a game. And you roll a Serenity to get back some of those things that you want to flicker out. Sarah Ascendant. Well, what can I say? If it's a turn 1 drop, let me tell you, it's just crazy, and you gain a lot of life really quick and people get mad. You witness, just blink her out and start giving all your stuff back. It's really fun. He is in here for partly for the Ajani, and there's also another creature we'll end up going and showing you with, but it's going to let it's one of my 3-card combo to go infinite turns or gain infinite life with the Ajani and this guy. Mirror Entity, just because you're going to have a bunch of mana and you're going to want to swing in to kill people with, so definitely always nice. Dark Tusk, so much fun. Flicker him in and out, gain a bunch of life, make a bunch of little 3/3 creatures. It's a Dark Tusk. And here's the third card to my combo. Pretty much it's going to make me go infinite. And it's the only infinite combo in the whole deck. Yes, it's a 3-card, and yes, it has to stay on the battlefield for a whole turn before it can actually do anything. So if they let me keep it out, that's not stupid pity. I'm stupidness for just letting it stay out. So it is what it is, and I love it. And from the previous videos, I told you I was going to put the promo foiled Prophet of Crucifix in here, just because it is a beautiful, beautiful artwork. And we got the Corsair Crucifix, play with the top card, play the land if it's a land. This way you can play with the top card as always in your hand, so it helps you play it, and you gain a bunch of life from it. And Salella, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Something like that. Well, it has Parlay, sorry, pretty much you're just going to tap it. And it is a mana ability, so it cannot be countered, which is amazing. So you tap it, get a bunch of green mana if it's a land, or if it's a non-land card on top of everybody's library, they reveal it, and you gain life equal to all that as well, which is really nice. So it means all that with the god out there, pretty much the mana doesn't go away. And this card is really good with the Prophet of Crucifix, because it's pretty much going to let you untap all your stuff every single turn, but this makes it where the other players can only can't tap more than one creature per turn, which is really nice. Nice on Angel, just fun when you flicker out stuff and you can flicker out other stuff, so it's always a blast. Graveyard Hate, flicker out this, exile people's graveyards when they got stuff in there you don't want to deal with. Sun Titan, well, if you guys don't know what Sun Titan is, you probably should know really quick. It's gonna it's a 6-drop 6/6. When it comes in the battlefield, I can return a target permanent with critical mana cost 3 or less in the battlefield from my graveyard and flicker it out. Really fun. Karmic Guide, well, protection from that. Find exile graveyards. Right, actually, sorry, wrong card. So we return target creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. So it's really fun. Veteran Explorer, a lot of fun. So you can just keep getting your basic lands out again. For the basic lands, I'll let you have a bunch of them. Bigger, why not? If you're playing green, you should have bigger, just because it's pretty much amazing. It's going to let you pretty much not let your creatures die. So make him like hexproof, so they can't target him. And this was the card I debated about, but it is really nice because it lets me tap and destroy a target creature that dealt damage to me. I don't like taking damage, so I destroy it as quickly as I can. And Sigarda, any green-white deck should have this. Actually, I thought about making her as a commander, but I decided to put her in here because it's just so much fun. Pretty much I can't. Spells and abilities your opponent's control cannot cause you to sacrifice permanents, which is really nice. Stone Cloaker, Flash, Flying, Return, Target, yeah, I can't read. Well, you guys can read here. I'm having difficulties in there. Flicker Wisp, flying when Flicker Wisp enters the battlefield, exile target permanent, return it to its owner's hand. Oh, return it to the battlefield at the beginning of the next step, sorry. And was a Loot Angel, just because I want to flicker this out if I'm down to 2 or 3 life and gain a bunch of life. Could go back to my basic life total, which was 40 when I started, so it's always fun. Miss Meta Witch, because it lets me exile a whole bunch of stuff, and it all gets back at the beginning of the next step. He's in here for a simple reason of this bottom part. The top part is really nice. Other green creatures you control get +1, other blue creatures get +1. Untap all green and or blue creatures you control during each player's untaps it. It's amazing. Let me tell you. And one of the, I know I said it's a flicker deck, it's really not a flicker deck, it's just go stupid and do stupid stuff deck. But this is really fun with acidic slime or some sort of Resto Angel, you can start flickering out all the other stuff, or anything that has entered the battlefield triggers. This is amazing. And he is in here, the Mystic Stink. One, it's flash, and it counters a spell, and it's a creature. So if you get these two together, oh, it's so much fun. Alright, now to our enchantments. Or a shard. Anytime a creature comes into play under my control, destroy target artifact enchantment. Well, I do a lot of flickering, so it's always fun. Attention Sphere, because we want to get rid of stuff if we can as quickly as possible. Gift DB Mortality. The only thing I ever put this on is my Prophet Crucifix. I don't think I've ever put it on anything else yet, but that's what it's in there for, is to keep them alive. I'll keep her alive. God of the Steelhead. This is pretty much to go on my general when I put something like Swiftfoot Boots on it or something like that to give it hexproof. So it gets a +1/+1 in lifelink, and then if it's a white creature, then if it's a blue creature, it gets a +1 and +1 and unblockable. So commander damage is a way to kill somebody. This is in here because I want to make my commander bigger if I can, so it'll be a +3/+3 for all creatures I control. Rites of Flourishing, just because it lets me draw extra cards and play extra lands. This is here just for the fact that it gives all my enchantments pretty much hexproof at that point, and I can stack and go get an enchantment if needed. Exploration lets me play extra lands. Notice the theme, I'm going to have all my lands out very quickly. Bite It. I don't ever use the second ability. It's only in there because I attack with my stuff and it deals damage to them, I draw extra cards. Swiftfoot Boots, what can I say? It's pretty much poor man's Lightning Greaves, which I have Lightning Greaves in my Prosh deck, but we'll get to that in a different video. Elixir of Immortality, because we want to put all of our stuff back into our library if we can from our graveyard. Caged Sun, we want to double our mana up and then give our creatures +1/+1 for a certain color. It's always nice. Chromatic Lantern lets you tap for, make your lands tap for any color, and it itself taps for any color. Soul Ring, well, it's a Soul Ring. We want this in all commander decks. This one you may not want in all commander decks, but it is worth putting in most. Pretty much it lets me play non-land cards as though they had flash. Genesis Wave, well, it is what it is. But you guys read it because I'm not reading all this for you. Planet Cleansing, destroy all non-land permanents. Croson's Grip, split second, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Void Slime, counter target spell activated ability or triggered ability. It's really good. Arcane Denial, counter it, draw some cards. I get to draw an extra card, they can draw 2. Sphinx's Rev, gain life, gain X life, and draw X cards. Cyclonic Cliff, because I do want to put everything back into the owner's hand quite often. And yes, I'll get this back a lot. Supreme Verdict, destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. Mystical Tutor, sorry. Yeah, pretty much I can go get it instant sorcery when needed. Night Tutor lets me go get an artifact or enchantment when needed. Farseek, just to help with getting my extra lands if needed. Winter Silent, flicker this out. Play this, use your E-Witness, and you Miss Meta Witch, get this back every single turn. Blue Sun Zenith, let me draw a bunch of extra cards, and it gets back in my library, which is nice. And Path to Exile, for their crazy, stupid stuff I don't want to deal with. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and favorite this video, and also subscribe. And again, thank you for watching. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week.